Today's lesson is about cosine law. Cosine law is used to deal with any triangle. We know for right triangle, we have Pythagorean theorem that is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Cosine law is not only applied for right triangle, but also the other triangles. Here is cosine law. We have c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. Second form, that's cosine c equals a squared plus b squared minus c squared all over 2ab. For cosine law, we have other four forms. Let's go to IB exam booklet formula chart. For 3.6 cosine rule, it's given this two cosine law form. Let's analyze this cosine rule. First of all, small letter means length side, and capital letter means angle. This c squared means side, a squared, that's deal with side. And this AB we already did over here. Then we need an angle. Therefore, for cosine law, it's dealing with three sides and one angle. Therefore, in these three situations, we are supposed to use cosine law. If we are given three sides and looking for angle, we are supposed to use cosine law. If we are given SAS, then we are looking for side, we got to use cosine law. If we are given SSA and looking for the remaining side, we are supposed to use cosine law. For SAS, remember that's the included angle. So in the problem, if we have included angle, think of using cosine law. For SSA pattern, you need to be careful. Maybe no solution for this problem, or you have one solution, or maybe we have two solutions. Now, how to remember cosine law? First of all, remember that c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. Look at the pattern. Therefore, for a squared equals c squared plus b squared minus 2cb cosine a. And for b squared equals c squared plus a squared minus 2ca cosine b. Therefore, for number 1, we label this is D, E, F. We can write down E squared equals F squared plus D squared minus 2FD cosine E. For F squared equals E squared plus D squared minus 2ED cosine F. For D squared equals E squared plus F squared minus 2EF cosine D. For these two triangles, can you work that out? So we use that pattern, figure out this question mark. Let's label as X. we got the x squared equals 6 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 6 times 9 times cosine 26 degree. For this question mark, let's label as y. Therefore, y squared equals 12 squared plus 13 squared minus 2 times 12 times 13 cosine 35 degree. Now let's analyze this angle pattern. We have cosine C equals a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. So we got cosine b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus b squared all over 2ac. For cosine C equals a squared plus b squared minus c squared all over 2ab. So for number 1, we have cosine E equals f squared plus d squared minus e squared all over 2fd. For cosine f equals e squared plus d squared minus f squared all over 2ed. For cosine d equals e squared plus f squared minus d squared all over 2ef. Use the same pattern, we can get the cosine A equals 7 squared plus 8 squared minus 5 squared all over 2 times 7 times 8. Cosine B equals 7 squared plus 5 squared minus 8 squared all over 2 times 7 times 5. For cosine C equals 8 squared plus 5 squared minus 7 squared over 2 times 8 times 5. When you check the pattern, look at this. This is 7, 8, 7, 5, 8, 5. Now we figure out the pattern. Then we need to figure out the real value. For this x squared, we put all this into the calculator. Make sure for mode, you need to put that into degree. Then we need to do square root both sides. X equals. Answer is 4.464. For this y equals, we put all this into calculator. After you get the value, you need to do square root both sides. Y equals 7.578. Now we put all this into calculator to figure out angle ABC. We got the cosine A equals. We got cosine A equals 11 over 14 and A equals inverse of cosine 11 over 14. We got 38.213 degree. For cosine B equals 1 over 7. Therefore, for B equals inverse of cosine 1 over 7, we got answer 81.787 degree. for cosine C equals 1 over 2. So we got the C equals inverse cosine of 1 over 2. That's 60 degrees. If you add A, B, and C, that's 180 degrees. Now we will figure out in what situation we are supposed to use cosine law. According to that cosine law formula, we know that as a pattern. So if the problem are dealing with the 3 sides and 1 angle, remember you got to use cosine law. For example, find the length of the remaining side in the given triangle. We have DE equals 15 and DF equals 21. Angle D, that's 105 degrees. We are given as a S pattern. We're looking for the other side. In other words, we are dealing with 3 sides and 1 angle. We are supposed to use cosine law. And another way to remember cosine law is when you have this angle is included angle. You have to use cosine law. So normally for me, I always check whether the given angle is included angle. If it's included angle, 100% go to cosine law. Therefore, for remaining side, let's label as D or X. Let's label as X. For this X square, you will get 15 square plus 21 square minus 2 times 15 times 21 cosine 105 degree. After you got the value from calculator, you got to do square root both sides. So we got the X equals 28.793 centimeter. For number 2, find the smallest angle of a triangle with the given size 11, 13, and 17 centimeters. We are given this is 3 sides and looking for angle. Therefore, we have to use cosine law. We draw a triangle. Label longest side is 17, median side is 13, and smallest side is 11. We know the smaller angle corresponding to the smaller side. Therefore, since we're looking for smallest angle, we looking for the angle corresponding to this 11. Therefore, let's label here as A. So we write down the formula. That's cosine A equals 13 square plus 17 square minus 11 square all over 2 times 13 times 17. After we got the value, we figure out the angle A equals inverse cosine 181 over 442. Putting into calculator, we got 65.826 degree. Find exact value of X in each of the following diagrams. First of all, check what's given. It's given 2 sides and an angle. This angle definitely is not included angle. So we write down as A, we are looking for the remaining side. Since we are dealing with 3 sides and 1 angle, we have to use cosine law. Now we need to set up cosine law. How to set up cosine law? Remember, using the side which has a corresponding angle. That means we use 11 squared equals x squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times x times 8 cosine 70 degrees. We have to use a graphing calculator to work this x out. We could see this is a quadratic pattern equation. We need to get equal 0, so we put it into y1. Therefore, I move 11 squared to the right side. I got left side is 0. Right side, I got x squared plus 8 squared minus 11 squared minus 2 times x times 8 cosine 70 degrees. Then I need to put all this into y1. Then find 0. That means find the x-intercept from graphing calculator. We got x equals 10.767. That's x1. x2 equals negative 5.294. Since we are looking for the length of this triangle, therefore x2 is out. Only have x1. 10.767 will be the solution. For number 4, find the 2 possible values for x in this triangle. Let's check what's given. We are given S as A. Then we're looking for the side. So S as A and looking for side. We have 3 sides and 1 angle. That's we got to use cosine law. So for this problem, when you write down the cosine law, remember, use the side which has a corresponding angle. That means 7 squared equals x squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times x times 8 times cosine 50 degrees. So move 7 squared to the right side. We got x squared plus 8 squared minus 7 squared minus 2 times x times 8 cosine 50 degrees. Now we need to put all this into y1, then figure out zeros. x1 and x2. We got 2 solutions. x1, that's 1.760, and x2 equals 8.525 centimeters.